Hello and welcome to this edition of the Chiefs Report. I'm Sarah Shunk. Chief, we got a few things to talk about today. Tell me a little bit about the charity events.
Well, we were doing several things for the holiday season with the officers, and the first one I want to talk about is Shop a Cop, which is something traditional in law enforcement, other departments do. We've been doing it for as long as I can recall, and I've been in the department 21 years. The officers solicit through the schools and through the social workers needy families that are at a certain poverty level and don't have a lot of things for the holidays. And the officers take the young children shopping at Walmart, and Walmart's been good enough to support us on that, and they get a certain amount of money, and the officers meet there at Walmart, take each one of those children shopping, and they get to select gifts for their parents, their brothers and sisters, and it's real exciting. We get kids from 4 or 5 all the way up to teenagers and families, and it's a big event.
Yeah, it's been a pretty successful event for the past couple of years. And going along with that, with the charity events, there's the Coats Drive. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is something new. Sergeant Casabon, our community policing sergeant, is with the Knights of Columbus outside from his church. Got together and worked out a program to get coat donations for homeless veterans and also other homeless in Detroit. And he put a box out in the police station, put information out to the township employees, and we very successfully got under 400 coats, most of them new or hardly used coats. And he took those down to homeless shelters and to homeless veterans down in Detroit. And that was a very successful program. And he put a lot of work into that. And we're excited that some people who are possibly freezing outside will have nice warm coats this winter.
Yeah, it's definitely, coat drives are very successful and they're very needed. Stockings for seniors. I know that the seniors really enjoy this.
Yeah, we've been doing this for quite a few years. I've been on the buses with the retired police officers, also some of the current officers. We get somebody to dress up as Santa Claus, and what we do is we have a list of shut-in seniors who don't have family or friends and don't see anybody during the holiday. And we have stockings that are put out in the department, and the officers take them home and they stuff the stockings with all kinds of lotion and gifts and puzzle books and socks and gloves and those kinds of things, some candy and things. And then we go to the house, knock on the door. They don't know we're coming unless we went last year. They might be expecting us to come, and they're very excited, and it's really heartwarming to do those kind of things and to see seniors that don't have anybody through the holidays. And it's the high point of their holiday is seeing us come to their house, knock on the door, and give them this sock. And it's very emotional. It's really rewarding for the officers, and like I said, I've done it several times, and we're really excited to do it. It's a very successful program.
How do the seniors get on the list for, if they're a new senior? Because you said some of them are repeats, but how do you get the new ones?
We go through the senior center.
Okay.
The senior center gives us a list of seniors that they know through other seniors. We also sometimes, the officers will on calls be out and answering calls in the area, and they go to a senior and they'll submit their name. So through the officers, through the senior center, some other community assets will get a list of names.
Okay, so community observation basically is what drives that. Let's highlight 2013.
Well, for the police department, the biggest highlights, the things that we like to really is we're out to protect the community. So 2 events that were really the highlights for us as far as criminal activity was the K2 situation that we had with the young people getting K2 at one of our smoke shops and gas stations down at 21 in Van Dyke. And our narcotics squad spent many, many months of surveillance and activity and made 5 arrests in that. One of those has been convicted and sentenced this year, which is my understanding the first conviction in the state of Michigan for K2. So the K2 operation, from the surveillance and the investigation to the arrest and to the courts, we finally actually got a conviction. It's been a while, but the criminal justice system moves kind of slow.
Right.
But we did get our first conviction, and there's 3 more that are still up for trial or sentencing here shortly. So we're excited about that. And the other thing was the church burglaries that we had that involved one of our St. Therese Lisieux churches over on Shaner. This crew went out and hit these churches right after the Easter celebration, which is when most of the donations come in. So there's large amounts of money. and our officers were able to catch this crew breaking into a gas station. Subsequent investigation to that, we ended up making 3 arrests. Those have all pled. The money's been returned to the churches and the checks, and that was a very successful investigation involving a high priority for us and a high profile case.
The very good work on both of those accounts. We obviously followed along with all that, and very interesting, and lots of good work by the police department. There are going to be some retirements coming up in the new year, some reorganization.
Yeah, the department, I've been there 24 years. We're going to have the biggest retirement coming as far as command officers in January. We're going to have 3 lieutenants, the chief, and 2 sergeants are retiring in the month of January. That's a lot. That's about half of our command staff.
Okay.
And most of them are senior people that are retiring.
Right.
So we're in the midst of reorganizing the department and trying to make a smooth transition so that the citizens and community don't see any change in the drop of services, and they won't.
Right.
So we're in the process of reorganizing that, reorganizing the department. We have a proposal going to the board, which I understand is going to be accepted, and there's going to be some reorganization. And then there's going to be a lot of promotions. So there's a lot of excitement in the department about people being promoted. They've been waiting to be promoted.
Right.
And of course, the retired guys are excited that they're retiring after a lengthy career.
Right.
And it's occurring right through the holiday season. So it's a lot of work, and we're working hard to make sure that that transitions well. And next month when I meet with you, we'll have some more specific information about names and people, who's getting promoted, who's retiring.
Yeah,
who's
coming and going.
Yeah, who's coming and going. But it's going to be a big change for the police department.
Good deal. That is it. That is it for this month's Chiefs Report. I'm Sarah Shunk, Chief Wolkers. Nice talking with you, seeing you again.
Okay, and I want to wish everybody a very good 2014, and they have very success with their family, and things go really well for them in 2014. The police department's looking forward to 2014, and we'll make sure that we make the township safe for our citizens.
All right, good deal. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Underneath everything we are all people. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.